God, that's where real freedom comes from. Let's not fool ourselves. Yeah. I think this has kind of become a tradition for me. Whether people are going to show up or not, I'm showing up because this is what I want to do. Follow my heart. Do what I enjoy doing. I think that's rather than, you know, kind of just following tradition. But I'll get back to it. I'm just gonna do some beat making. I expect most of y'all have something to do today, so maybe some of you will come in. And I was messing with these chords. It's like I was saying last stream, I'm gonna try to, I get in between doing some streams, I'll get some practice just playing these keys, trying to improve my abilities, and just practice with some chords and then come in and try to make a beat with it. Let's see if I can remember what I was doing. That's one. Something like that. Well, anyways, y'all seen the thumbnail. One thing I'll probably just do is through these streams just kind of explore some of the other things that are included in the Key 61. Some of the expansions, so they built the MPC KEY expansions, and I think what they've done different is just provide more samples spread across 61 keys, so you have, you know, sample on every one of the keys. So I was scrolling through these. Let me turn it down, and if you guys can give me some feedback, hopefully I do have sound and it's not clipping or anything like that. So if you're in the chat and you're just watching, you're not saying anything, let me get a little feedback. Can you hear me? I'm talking, can you hear me? But yeah, last time we were clipping quite a bit, but I'm gonna go through and grab this drums that knock sample drum kit. I guess that's I don't know, I know that the Akai had like an expansion presented by Decap, you know. I've never purchased a Decap drum kit. Let's see if I can find it. I think I'm in the wrong thing. Let's go. Drums that knock. Here we go. Let's load that up. Everything sounds good. I appreciate it, Jimmy. Thank you for the feedback. Okay. So I'm learning to navigate a little bit better. I have my template in here, so you know that's really smooth. I did this as a tip in one of my videos for better workflow, and yeah, I've seen the way this is how people work. You know, this is probably the best way. So have your tracks named, so I can easily just press main. You have the little sub category track there. So if you're in any menu, of course, it brings you to main, but you can hold it and then just go through your tracks. So it helps if you have them labeled. So I'm gonna go to track 1 where it's my kick, and then just switch this to drums that knock. So yeah, as you can see, we have 61 keys. Yeah, what's up, Webik? Is that how you say that, Webik? Yeah, I didn't wait around for no one to send me one, so I sent back the broken one, and I didn't wait for that company to send me anything, because that probably could have took like over a month or so. So I just went to Guitar Center and got me something. And they have a cool little sale going on, which is like 15% off, and that knocked off like $300. So I wouldn't usually recommend Guitar Center just because I'm affiliated with Zounds, and all my links are in there. So like, you know, you could click on the link and I get that little percentage, whatever it is, when you buy stuff through my link. You guys know how that works. It's like no extra cost when you buy it, but yeah, I'm just saying though, like right now, Guitar Center, I don't know how many they have now, but they actually have them in stock. Where I usually buy over at Sounds, they don't have any in stock at this moment. And plus they have like the 4th of July sale going on, 15% off. So that knocks it down from like, so the purchase of $18.99 plus tax is like over $2,000 for the MPC key. But if you go to Guitar Center with that 15% off, you get it's down to like $1,700, and that's after tax. It's like maybe $1,780 something after tax. So it's significantly cheaper. All right, timing correct. Turn that off. Jimmy Rice, hey, what's good, bro? I'm gonna change my tempo. Add in this little. I gotta do that. I just been doing everything in the 2 bars lately. Just 2 bar beats. That's all we need. So I don't know if this is like this is probably not the complete pack of the drums that knock. They just give you a little taste of that expansion that Decap, I guess, partnered up with Akai to make. So we're not clipping over there. We're pretty good. Doesn't sound like I'm really clipping over here, so I wouldn't know if it is like last time around. Redo these snares. And then you guys can see the touch strip. This is cool because I just started messing with this. It's cool that you can see the note value 1/16, and then it just latches. I think you could set this, but right now you can do, and then it just comes back to what your initial setting is. It's got the triplets in between there. So usually when I do these like kind of trap style, I'll just do the 16th notes and then add in others later. But you really don't need to. This is kind of cool the way it works. So I'm gonna do it like this with the touch strip. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm not quite satisfied with those. I guess we'll go with that for now. Switch over to my piano. I'm gonna find some other kind of sound though, because I usually start with piano. I have that like on my template, just have a piano, but maybe I'll do something else like stage AP, suitcase, Rhodes. Let's try Rhodes, see what that sounds like. It's got some delay to it. Does this not? I don't think this has. It doesn't look like it. Well, maybe it does. What's the what do you call it? I'm in over here. The flavor plugin. I was gonna say earlier that I love that the flavor plugin's like on everything, but I don't know if it's on this. Mechanics, amp, envelope, model. Hold on, I'm gonna jump in the chat because I know you guys are active right now. Van Cleef was good. Vernacular. Working, trying to cut out and finish my shift at home. Just dropping in to say what up. Yeah, man. Thanks again for the support, man. That's really encouraging. Like I'm almost tempted to ask what you guys do, like to the guys who contributed so much to me that stream. I know it's none of my business, but I know I think you said you work like 12-hour shifts, so it ain't no small thing, regardless what you donated. So you work from home, it kind of sounds like. But thank you for dropping in, man. I really appreciate it. No clipping, that's what's up. Ghetto Styles was good. That air flavor like Frank's Red Hot, put that shit on. Yeah, for me it was like yeah. I never really mess with the Frank's Red Hot, but Sriracha was one for me for a long time, and then I really like Crystal hot sauce, but yeah, man, put that flavor on everything. But I don't think it's on the stage EPs for some reason. So maybe I'm gonna stay away because I want to be able to put a little bit of flavor on what I'm doing. I may just have to go back to pianos. What are the pianos they got in here? I think the urban piano already has like too much. Context of the beat. How long have I been? What's up, Kevin? By the way, how long have I been using the Key 61? So I've been using it since about Saturday. Yeah, so like I brought it in, I think Friday morning. They delivered it to Guitar Center. I picked it up, then brought it home, and then I had to go to work, and then yeah, just had little moments here and there. What's best for you, MPC KEY 61 or MV1? MV1? I've never used an MV1, so I couldn't even respond to that. What is the MV1? Is that like the Verse Lab or something by Roland? Roland Verse Lab? I'm not even sure. MV1? Or do you mean MPC ONE? I don't know. Introspective piano. Lots of delay. Too much delay on this. Because I just like pianos. Y'all just gonna hear piano beats from me probably from here on out. Is Destructo in here? What up, Destructo? Hey man, I appreciate you. What is the MV1, by the way? Someone remind me. Roland MV1. Is that the key? Is that the key? Not the Key Lab. What I'm saying. Is that the Verse Lab? Like the drum machine with the built-in sounds, and it's like made for songwriters, for like rappers and stuff. Like I think that's who they marketed to. So yeah, this wasn't even a replacement. I'm just kind of skimming through the chat. What happened there? Two bars. Oh, is this only? Wait. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm gonna change the for you. That ain't it either. That ain't it either. need to find something else. Okay. Yeah, she was talking about the Verse Lab. I've never tried that. Keys feel good. I like them a lot. Yeah, I was asked this question before. I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. I think they feel good compared to like what I've used, but also you got to note that I've been using like mini keys, little, like the cheapest kind of keyboards you can get, like the miniature ones with the small keys and stuff. So compared to that, I mean, those aren't the only keys that I've used. At some point in my life, I had bought like a M Audio Oxygen, like with the hammer action key. So I think that would be the only other preference beyond this kind of key bed would be the full weight. So these are like semi-weighted. They don't feel cheap to me. So that, I mean, it's all relative to what people have used. So I've seen some people in the comments say they feel plasticky and cheap, but I don't know. I mean, my first unit that I got had these 3 keys bent upwards. So as far as like the build quality, I don't know what happened there. Whether that was something that happened in transit or I can't even say. So, but as far as they feel, regardless of that, having that as a perspective of them seeing them like flipped up and busted. One thing is I do wish, I feel like they didn't pack it. Like for something so expensive, I mean, I guess it's not, for me it is. Like if you're investing in something like this, you're sending out a keyboard, they should put the film that I would get, like when I bought like an Akai, like the mini play. I don't know if you guys have like the mini versions, the MPK mini keyboards. When you buy those, they have like this plastic film over the top, which it's kind of like a tape that holds them in place. Like, so if you'd put that on like $100 mini controller, why wouldn't you put it on like a $2,000 keyboard? You know? So both keyboards that I received did not have the film. They did have, like, you will see in a lot of, when you get keyboards, they have like a little piece of foam underneath, sitting under the plastic between the keys, you know, that little lip right there. So it did have that, but that wasn't like secured in place or anything. So yeah, like I think if they doubled that up as far as like packaging and shipping it out, that would probably avoid some of that, probably would have avoided that damage that had happened with my initial keyboard that I received. Yeah, you saw them, Face Monroe. Those keys look like they had broken fingers or from Doctor Strange or something. Do they feel 1800 good? I mean, you're not paying 1800 just for the keypad, right? I mean, so like overall, to me they don't feel bad. Like they're snappy and responsive. They're not loose to me, like, you know. But you know, it's a whole package, you know, sounds, workflow, MPC sequencing, sampling, all that for 1800. I've never used MPK 49, so I can't compare it. I once owned like the MPK 25, but it was so long ago. And that's funny because that was like the one other time I had an issue with shipping, but it wasn't like sounds or nothing. And I don't think it had to do with it had nothing to do with anyone, but like I bought an MPK 25 and had it delivered, and someone stole it off my porch. But I don't know if it was Sweetwater. It was probably Sweetwater at that time. I was buying stuff from them. They just replaced it, sent me a new one without any questions. You don't use what? The MPK Mini. And you have a Live too. So what, do you just make beats with the pads? Jabber into bands. Thank you. Yeah, I had to make some trades to get this, so I'm gonna put it to work, and I'm trying to improve these key skills. As you guys see, I don't know, I'll be struggling a little bit, but as I get this workflow, I'm starting to figure out the button layout. That's the first initial like thing, you know. It's like getting used to the new pads, even like when you go from MPC to MPC, like there's slightly different pad layouts, but I'm starting to get it. And I wasn't really so sure what I would be doing with the new touch strip, but I like the first thing I've used it on. I think when you just play, it's got like a filter on the master or something. But like when you go in a note repeat, then it, like if you toggle that, that's pretty cool that you can just like, and it's cool that it had, I hadn't realized that was there, that it actually has, I don't know if you guys can see this, like I got a overhead, but you can, if you have one in front of you, you see the light right there. Like it just looks like a light to you guys right now, but it actually says 1/16 right here, and then I can switch the what do you call it, the note values, like on the fly, and it's like it's not latched. That might be something you can change. It's not latched, but it'll just go back. So if I'm like, that's pretty cool that there's a little display, like an LCD or LED display, that gives you more information on what's going on with the touch strip there. So that should be interesting to kind of find out like what kind of things you can do with it. So yeah, I gotta get better at this live beat making, and I'm trying to kind of struggling to navigate, because I've had this since Saturday, and I get like a little like 5 minutes here and there. Like I'll leave it on and go do something in the house. You know, it might be the kids or something. Tend to them. I got that 9-month-old who's always crawling around and getting into stuff. And then like this is the most time. Like most time that I spend on this at once is like when I come on these streams. So it's been, right now it's like 40 minutes, and the last stream was like an hour. So that's the most time like consecutively that I've had to spend on the keyboard. Since the thumbnail is about these drums that knock, let me add some more drums up. Let's just do that. What is this even? This is a trap perk. This beat's garbage. Thank you. So the X is still. Well, I guess the trolling begins. It's a better keyboard than MPK. The MPKs were terrible, stiff. These aren't as good. Okay, so Quake, you tried the keyboard. You don't like it. You don't gotta come in here and put me down, though. I ain't done nothing to you. I'm not over here trying to pretend to be nothing. So I just enjoy making music, and I enjoy doing this and talking to people who enjoy making music and like these kinds of topics. So, you know, it's kind of unnecessary. Like, why be mad at it? You could always go pick up that Korg PA5X or whatever it is for like 5 G's. I'm guessing that has a better key bed. Nah, it's cool. He doesn't have to write out. He can say whatever he wants to say. It don't matter. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is just trying to create and try to be open about the process, trying to improve. You know, I bought the keyboard because, like, I'm sold on the fact of just standalone itself. Like, standalone to me is something that I choose over using a computer. You know, and people have different reasons why they choose that. It's not that I, you know, had to choose between a computer or a standalone. I just appreciate the standalone system where I don't have to deal with the computer because of the many distractions and all that. And so the standalone thing is just awesome. And the reason I like this is because, well, for one, it's pretty much all I need with the mic and the keyboard, and I also want to improve my keyboard skills. So you got to give people an opportunity to do so, and I'm just open about that. If you don't like what I'm doing, if you think it's trash, you know, why even be negative about it? Why even be in here? So the people that want to be here are here. It's not perfect music. Like I said, I'm not trying to be anything. I'm not trying to pretend to be anything I'm not. I'm always open. I don't even think I'm a great beat maker. So, you know, it's kind of like that Eminem Black Mile freestyle or 8 Mile freestyle. You know, you can't say shit about me that I ain't already said, that I already thought, man. I'm my ultimate critic. So, but if you're talking shit about the keyboard, it's like, all right, well, whatever. So you're upset that they didn't come up with something that you wanted to see. But you know what? That's just how it goes. You know, unless you work for Akai, you ain't really gonna have any input. I mean, I guess, or you can make a YouTube channel and then talk about the things that you want, and you know, they might take some of your ideas and put them in there. So I guess that's kind of what I'm doing here, because I'm pretty sure some of the ideas that I've shared have made it into the MPC. So regardless if I've received any credit for it, me and a lot of these YouTubers, Ghetto Styles, and all the, you know, beta testers, whatever, they have a little bit to do with what the MPC is and the legacy and the history of the MPC, whether they get credit for it or not. You know, we're adding to it by giving feedback. So I have a YouTube channel where I do those kinds of things, where I talk about these things because I like to, because they interest me, and I like to make music, and I like to improve myself, and I have a little bit of ambition, and I want to do something with myself that I'm passionate about, whether I look like a fool to some people or not. So So yeah, man, if you want to sit under a bridge, then feel free. I'm not talking shit, just saying. Alright, I'm just gonna chill. So I wanted to add some more of the drum elements, since, you know, since this thumbnail, this whole stream was supposed to be a little bit about the drums that knock. Yeah, well, we're kind of adding. I usually try to keep it simple. So even that's a lot of drums for what I usually do. Now I could definitely turn down that little snare roll thing that was going on there. It's kind of got me messed up the way they've changed this, because this used to be velocity, right? And so I'm kind of confused at what I'm doing here. So I used to be able to just select a note and then turn this, but now it's just moving it on the grid. So okay, automation, there we go. And now, okay, so you change it there. Okay, that's how you do it. Just change, you can, yeah, okay. Shoot. So select everything. Hold on. Let me. I do feel like changing the sound. Let's see what OPX, what is it called, OPX4 has to offer. They've got some keys in there, so let me try some of these keys in here. I just make what I feel. I don't know, whatever comes out. I'm not rarely try to like imitate something, but I'll sometimes try to study certain things, you know, to get a feel for what builds a genre or whatever. But yeah, so of course. Yeah. I suck. What the hell am I doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just having fun. Shit. Okay. I'll outline. Yeah, I'd like it better with the piano. I might just bring it back then. The keyboard control thing, yeah, no, not really. So it's right here, right? Aftertouch, note on velocity, filter input, external keyboard routing. Yeah, this is the first time I really looked at it. Ronald MacArthur. What's up, man? I definitely need to add some cowbell to this. Julian, I appreciate it. That's a good word. You've been waiting on this for years for this keyboard? You mean just something just like this? I guess it was kind of leaked over, at least over a year ago, huh? The idea of it. What's up, Adrian? J Marcus Photography was good. Oh no. No, Destructo. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Man. Well, I don't even know what to say. Once again, you've proven me correct as to the people I've picked that are actually doing something for the community. Thank you for handling yourself the way you did with that young man. You are good people, fam. Well, I appreciate it, man. I try not to, you know, that's what it is. Like, when it comes to that, like, I don't know. I guess I could have came at it negative, but who was I talking to about this? I think I was talking to like Sight and O from the Dad Beats. And I forget who said it, but like, you can't, I don't even remember what it was, but like, you can't, you know, if someone's being negative, you can't be negative. That's just, it's like drinking your own poison. I think that's what was said, or drinking their poison. Who knows? But like, there's a biblical verse that says, don't be overcome by evil, but overcome evil by turning evil to good. Something to that, right? Like, why am I gonna allow someone's energy, their perspective, change mine? So, you know, I could be real about myself. I don't, whatever. We'll just leave it at that. I appreciate you and recognizing that. Like, I try not to be negative, so I give people the benefit of the doubt. Whatever's going on with him, whatever he's mad about, ain't got nothing to do with me, so I'm not gonna make it about me. Whatever, you know. God bless you, and I hope if he's still in here, I hope he stays positive and figures out what it is that he really wants, you know, because I have an idea of what I want, and regardless of people's opinions, I'm gonna seek after that. And I'm along the way, you know, I hope to encourage people to do the same. Like, seek after what it is that you want. If you believe in it enough, you know, you act on it, then I believe you can achieve it. So, you know, the negativity doesn't help, and being real with yourself and recognizing your own limitations, your own weaknesses are just helpful. I think, I don't know, I can't get in anyone else's mind, but from my own perspective, I feel like people like to avoid their own faults. So, you know, instead they point fingers and look at other people's faults. But yeah, I think that's one of the ultimate tools of success is recognizing where your weaknesses are, and they don't have to remain weaknesses. If you want to improve them, you go ahead and go and improve them, and, you know, make them strengths. But a lot of that shit, like your own ego and stuff, is just there for you to get out of the way. Like I said, you know, the biggest obstacle in your own way is yourself, really. I know it's said many other ways, but really it's like I'm a compare it to the words of Christ when he says, pick up your cross, or, you know, the concept of dying to oneself, you know, getting over yourself. So, I don't know. I took it there, but that's pretty damn incredible, man. Destructo. Like I said, you're a big guy called Slim over here handing out a lot of creative energy through what you're gifting, and it's very encouraging. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't say much more when it comes to that. You know, I'm just out here trying to improve myself, and I don't think that my gift is like necessarily beat making, and I don't want to call myself a beat maker or even a producer. If, you know, I'm like, I think that's a pride thing sometimes. Like, oh, I'm not a beat maker, I'm a producer. And there's this whole conversation about what's the difference between the two. And there may be a definition and all that. But, like, I'm not even here to be that, you know? Like, that's not what I'm going to call myself. And I say this from time to time. I don't think making beats is my strong skill. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to try to improve it. And that's why I bought the key bed, to improve my skills on the keys. And I think that, you know, maybe add some more dynamics and some more flavor to what I'm doing. You know, because up until now I've been using little mini keyboards and using pad perform, which is fine, because when it comes down to it, people have different skills, you know. If someone like I Am Sight, because he did that one stream where he's comparing the sounds, and so I was in there and someone was talking shit about, you know, he came with the negative about, like, you can't compare the sounds with someone using pad perform. He just doesn't know how to play the keys. But, like, you wouldn't be talking all that if you heard, like, Standalone Soul, right? And the stuff that he makes. So, like, even if you don't have the abilities here, you know, some people have strengths other places. Like, his ear is wild. Like, to put what he put together in Standalone Soul, like, you know, there's gonna be trolls everywhere, and that's the tendency for people. Like, people want to point fingers and stuff, and look at other people's flaws, right? But really, like, you're just throwing stones when, you know, I'm just throwing a lot of stuff out there. I'm trying to make my way back to something that's very important, you know, foundation in God. So that's why I always like start these things with that, like, glory to God, you know. So I'm gonna try to be true to that, you know. It's not just in word, it's not just in me believing in what some people would say is just a figment of our imagination, or it's man-made, an idea, but still there's a principle to it. So, like, if anything else, if nothing else, there's a principle to live by, and that's why, you know, I say glory to God, because I try to remain humble in this, and that's why I'm able to like look at my own weaknesses and try to improve those by the grace of God. Because every individual out there, if you have some kind of skill or gift to some degree, it's innate and it's a gift to you. So be humble in that. And yeah, I guess that's all that can be said. You know, some people have a head start on certain things. You know, you may have a gift somewhere, but you may be kind of lacking in another area. So what time is it? 6. I try. What's up, Lee? Can I call you Lee or Handy Kill Cam? Hold my beer. What's good? I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I try. It's just the love for music that we all collectively have, and we must encourage each other to continue as opposed to trying to take each other down. Yeah, I mean, that's what this is about too, just kind of a community. And it may be a mixed bag of, you know, amateurs, professionals, but we just enjoy it. So that's kind of what we're doing here, and that's why I prefer doing these streams now. Never Sky Sound, I appreciate that. That's one of my ultimate, like, aspirations in life. You know, one of my ultimate aspirations to be an inspiration. Because, like, when I'm inspired, like, there's nothing that can really match that. Like, being inspired and, like, moved to take action on something, or moved, like, even just to have, like, a little glimpse of hope in something, like, that's important. Like, one of the most important things, like, with all this shit and how life is just life can be so, like when death comes up in the picture of life, when people deal with death, or you see things and you become sober minded, you know, to the fact that life is short, and, like, all the petty stuff in it doesn't even matter. You know, this will all end in this physical world that we enjoy and appreciate, and all the things that we go through. Like, when I'm faced with that idea and that concept every once in a while, it's like nothing else really matters. Like, even the music thing, like, beyond, like, creating music, like, if it creates problems between people, your family, people that you love, like, anything that you're doing, any ambition, it's like none of that matters, because it's all, like, eventually ends, and then you would have had just, you know, had this regret. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like just going in my 30s where, because I never used to think about death or, like, losing loved ones and stuff. But it pops up every, you know, so often. And maybe it's because I got a family now. And so I feel like I have something to lose or have something to give. And if I'm not able to give it, then, like, what really matters? So that's why, beyond, like, doing music or doing YouTube and doing tutorials, like, I can give tutorials and I can give y'all something that I know, and that's why I freely do that as much as I can. I don't know how much more knowledge I have to give, as far as that goes. But I don't know where this train of thought is going. But like even just the other day, it was a glimpse of that, of what's important, because I was at work and it was like towards the end of the shift. I don't know, that doesn't matter, but my coworker comes running in and he's like, because I live right by, I don't live, but I work in a building that's like 10 to 20 feet away from a train track. And I'm always like, yo, this is like the worst place to put a building. And the place that I work at is called The Wreck. So it's like, I'm like, wow, this is just a really bad, horrible dad joke waiting to happen. Like, and I always park my car like by this fence that's like right by the train. But my coworker comes in, this is like Friday, and he's like, yo, and he's like yelling at me. And I'm like on my break and I've got like my headphones in. I'm like, what's going on? And he comes up to me, he's like, yo, someone just got hit by a train. And I'm like, what? And yeah, so that's so fucked up, because he actually saw it and he had to go up, and he's the one that called 911. He seen his body, and the way that I seen him react to it, like, it shook him up so much, where it, you know, it brought that to me in my head. I'm like, well, damn, you know, because you start to picture that shit. It's like, fuck, shit happens. And all this shit ends, so nothing really matters. So being salty and bitter and coming in here with this negativity is like, why? About a keyboard? Come on, a keyboard? Like, what does it matter in the ultimate picture of things? It's a keyboard. Who cares? You know? Like, even though this is something that I care about so much, like, who cares? Oh, it's cheap. Keyboard's cheap. And I'm not trying to talk shit. Like, I'm just trying to talk sense. You know? Like, who knows if dude is even in here, but just, like, ultimately, like, why? Like, that's what you have to complain about in this world, is about keyboards? Like, there's so much other shit in the world to complain about. Like, there's so much stuff to have a cause for. And that's why, like, I'm here to have a cause about, like, that's why I want to represent God in the best way that I can. And I'm not perfect. I'm over here cussing and I do stuff and I fall short and I fall back and I slip and I fall, but I get back up, and ultimately I always return to the principles of what God represents. So regardless if you guys believe in that or not, which I think there's some purpose to the fact that, you know, we can't see a God. There's some truth in it. There's a lot of truth in it, and there's more truth than you actually can realize, because love is a word that we could say is attributed to God, and people who don't necessarily believe in like a Christian God would say God is love. But like, I don't think we understand, like, we still need to, if you believe in evolution, evolve in the understanding of what love is. It's not an easy thing to quite understand. So I don't even know if I want to make any more music now at this point. I'm just I want to just, because this is what I do. Like I sacrifice a lot because I have a big ambition, and I think I need to subdue my ambition. I have a big ego, and that's why I always preach humility, because my ego in me is like really, it's really large, and it's in my head, and I have big ambitions, and a lot of the ways that I think could actually be unhealthy, and so I subdue that, and I give glory to God, because everything that I have, any little gift that I have, I mean, is an innate, right? I could work hard, but there's certain things that I've been given, as every individual has been given. There's certain things that you've been given. What's going on? Ronald MacArthur, you said quit, bro, and then you see keep pushing. I don't know. I haven't been in the chat in a second because I've been going off on this. Well, like I was saying, the point that I was making as far as having a big ego and ambition and stuff, and like whenever I have free time, like all I care about is like pursuing this. But now, like, just having this conversation, I want to just end the stream, and I want to go see my family, because they're out, they're over there doing some kind of holiday celebration and stuff, and I'm over here because, you know, like my wife, she understands that I'm trying to pursue something, and that I don't necessarily care about the festivities as much as I do pursuing this. So she's open and she's encouraging about that. But now after this, I kind of just feel like, you know, cutting it here and just going to go do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm probably just, I'm gonna scroll up here in the chat a little bit, talk to you guys. I told myself I'd probably end this at least by 7 and go over there by 7. So and Handy Kill, I got something for you, man. I got something for you. I just need to wait on a little paycheck before I can send it out to you. Destructo is amazing. That's for sure. Like, yeah, man, God bless you. I don't know if you believe in that, but I'm not going to take that back. You know, so in my life, I walk around so many times like hoping people will say that. And I feel like when I say it to sometimes even I say it to like religious people and don't get a response. It ain't about that. Like, it's so rare. So forgive me if it offends you and you don't believe in that kind of thing, but God bless you. Yeah. Yeah, Destructo, and man, and I don't know, like, forgive me if I didn't, like, if I haven't recognized you, like, in the comments or in the chat before, because you came out, you know, with these big contributions, not just to myself, but on other channels, and God knows what other channels, I don't know, but yeah, man, like, I would like to know a little bit more about what you do, as far as, like, music making or whatever, you know, because I don't think I've heard very much, so forgive me if you've spoken about it, but yeah. So, you know, I'm not here to just make tutorials. Ultimately, there's something else that I want to impart, you know. So like I said when I started this stream, I'm not one that's like kind of just about like just hanging on to traditions and stuff, and I'm kind of hesitant with it. Maybe that's because I feel like I'm called, set apart, and none of this is spoken in ego or not, you know, because we're humans. I think a lot of us are called, and we have a certain purpose in this world, and I think we are here to encourage each other and help each other out, and there's something to that. But yeah, I started the stream out with, you know, glory to God is where true freedom comes from. Because even if you could just study the word, and there's a lot of things that people are just like so bitter about that are surround or associated with like God or, you know, religion, Christianity. But if you could like try to understand this, there's such an applicable truth. And when I say true freedom comes from God or from Christ and his example, is because I think we're this whole world, and just us individually, we all have our own struggles. I think we're kind of blinded by what we think freedom is, you know, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. That's the message. Like, you know, a lot of things that we think that we want to do are actually just like chains that kind of bind us to ourselves in this world, and it's not truly freedom, you know. Like addictions, like habits become addictions, whether it's drugs or not, it's whatever, you know. That's not freedom. It's definitely not. You're stuck in a bad pattern of you're stuck in a bad pattern of action that is not healthy for you, and just being able to do whatever you want to do is not freedom. So we live in a so-called free society, right? This is the land of the free, where just about everything goes. there aren't too many rules. Sex sells, drugs, all this and that. That's not freedom. You're bound. You're in chains, like, you know. And I just recognize that, and I recognize my flaws, and I know that a lot of my action in the past and still from time to time are chains. I'm not free. Ain't nothing gonna set you free in this physical world. Like, there's always something. I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop. So. Ronald, what audio interface are you talking about? Oh, okay, I recognize now. You finally in one of these, huh? Okay, I recognize who you are now, Ronald. I don't remember how much for the audio interface. Nevea. Real talk. I watch for the community in that. What were you saying? And that we have this music thing in common. I share the same beliefs, and I admire you for using your platform to speak it. Keep going, bro. I appreciate that. God bless you. I'm trying, man. I'm working out my own belief and faith, and it really comes down to being a choice. Like, and I don't want to choose to live in a world where God doesn't exist. And at the very least, in principle, like, why? I mean, we all choose to believe ridiculous things, but Julian, I appreciate it. It's a little sluggish. I don't know. I want to see this wise ultimate goal to be able to do this all day, man. I'll be running through these beats real quick, you know, have the rhythm down, all that, no quantize, none of that. Just be able to move fast and not overthink things too much. More tight beats. All right. Yeah, I'm about to get off here. Ghetto styles. I've had those sentiments when people get mad about what gear you choose to use. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of silly. Destructo, glad you went live today. It humbles me, and it's an honor to have come across you and the people here on the chat. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. It was wild. That's wild, man. SBN, I ain't ignored you. I seen you up here. If people can't take you as you are, then you know that they will never let you be you and will always want you to be like them. Yeah, like Ghetto Style said way up earlier, it's like you can't please everyone, so why even try? Viral Beats. Destructo been down with this community for a minute on several channels, including my own, changing people's lives, several producers at a time. That's wild, man. That's what's up. Okay. Feel it's like sloppiness to what I'm doing. It's hard. That's why I keep trying to replay stuff, and I'd rather do that than like try to like quantize something. But Handy, I think it was you that said you preferred the piano on it. I'm gonna go back to the piano. I think I had the upright here. With some flavor on it. I don't know. I like the chords I was playing, but I'm not. I appreciate the encouragement and people saying that the beat was cool, but I rarely, usually actually like my last stream I made the beat, I didn't even save it. Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. So like, yeah. Yeah, I don't really get nowhere. I get too caught up in trying to perfect something. Okay. Slower and more legato. Let me double the length then. Someone's at my door. Hold up.
Sorry.
No.
It's not here.
No.
Dang it.
They won't be here during the day. Go an octave down, throw on some distortion. Hey, I can try that. So go down. Edit instrument. Throw some of that vinyl. Nah. I really like that. We could be here all day. Just obviously, I'm an amateur. What is it doing? Retrospective record notes. Rasu was good. keep it simple. As someone who's trying to write songs, see, I'm tempted to like put a melody in there that goes as the hook, but I just ain't come, so I gotta use my voice to come up with something. So we'll get there. I'll leave it at that. Maybe one day I'll actually finish a whole beat in a live stream. So yeah, I'm gonna call it. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thanks for the conversation. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the trolls. You know, there's a reason for everything. Thank you for the donations. Thank you, DistroKid. You're very generous. I'm gonna go spend some time with my children, family, and yeah, just soaking that, you know, what's important. I guess that's really what the theme I think of today was. You know, it ain't really about this keyboard. Y'all know you want one. I mean, that's why you're here, right? You want to see. So I think I'll save this. I appreciate your input too, you know. So I think I'll save this for now. And then someone said, call it I'm just having fun. I forget who said it, but I saw the comment. So we're gonna name it that. I hope everyone has a great night and you know, good start of the week. Stay positive. God bless every one of you. Stay humble, but also be bold, you know. If there's something you gotta do it. So yeah, but thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, go ahead and DistroKid. Like, I mean, I'm about to head out now, but like, if you're trying to see what the keys can do, I'm just learning it. But future streams, you could you know, come in, just ask about it. We can explore it together. Cause like I said, I've barely explored it, though it is an MPC. I don't know too much about you, but you know, you could always tell me what your background is, what MPCs you're coming from. We can talk about it, find it out. You know, you can join the stream. You don't gotta donate. Just come and hang out. You know. Let me say that. Yeah, so yeah, happy 4th. You know, it's a good time to spend some time with your family if you got them. Don't neglect them, appreciate them. I'm gonna go over there, give everyone a big old kiss and smile. So yeah, I appreciate every one of y'all. So yeah, run with your dreams. That's it. All right. Yeah, peace.